December 26, 2025, a 30-year diplomatic wall collapsed. Israel became the first UN member state to formally recognize Somaliland as a sovereign nation. This move has sent shockwaves from Mogadishu to Ankara. But why would Israel take such a massive risk right now? Today, we go behind the headlines to look at the strategic deal that changed the map of the Horn of Africa. You're watching Horn Tide, clear, factual analysis from the Horn of Africa and beyond. Here's what matters. Somaliland has functioned as a de facto state for decades, with its own government, elections, currency, and security forces, yet it remained diplomatically invisible. Israel's recognition changes that overnight. In Hargeisa, thousands poured into the streets celebrating what leaders called a historic breakthrough. But the backlash was immediate. Somalia's federal government condemned the move as unlawful and a violation of its sovereignty, insisting Somaliland remains part of Somalia. The African Union and regional bodies echoed that concern, warning that recognition could undermine territorial integrity and destabilize the region. Several Arab states, including Egypt, Turkey, and members of the Gulf Cooperation Council, also condemned Israel's decision, arguing it could set a dangerous precedent for secessionist movements across Africa. So why now? Officially, this is about the spirit of the Abraham Accords and cooperation in health and technology. But analysts point to geography. Somaliland sits along the Gulf of Aden, near one of the world's most critical maritime choke points linking the Red Sea to global trade routes. In an era of rising competition over shipping lanes, military access, and regional influence, Somaliland's location is strategic. This recognition may signal broader geopolitical realignments, involving Middle Eastern interests, African power dynamics, and Red Sea security. But one question is already circulating quietly and controversially. A theory gaining traction in diplomatic circles suggests this recognition comes with a specific price. What did Israel receive in return? Some analysts and observers are beginning to ask whether this recognition could be linked to wider regional calculations, including discussions around population relocation tied to Gaza. Israeli officials have not, however, publicly disclosed any quid pro quo. While there is no official confirmation or public document supporting this claim, the timing is impossible to ignore. For Somaliland, this could be the ultimate trade-off, offering a solution to a Middle Eastern crisis in exchange for the international legitimacy it has craved since 1991. If this theory is true, we aren't just looking at a new country. We are looking at a fundamental shift in how the world handles both African borders and Palestinian displacement. This move raises profound questions. Will other countries follow Israel's lead? Will Somaliland's long diplomatic isolation finally end or deepen regional tensions? And does this mark the beginning of a new geopolitical map for the Horn of Africa? One thing is certain. The Horn of Africa has entered a new and unpredictable chapter, and the ripple effects are only beginning. Horn Tide will continue following this story closely. If you want focused, factual coverage of the Horn of Africa and beyond, subscribe to Horn Tide and don't forget to like and share. Thank you for watching.